Are you sick of living in the shadow of someone else? Need some help learning to love yourself and tap into your unique strengths, or embrace your leadership potential so you can thrive in your life? This is Empower with Nancy. Let's start the show. Oh.
Hello, and welcome to Empower with Nancy's podcast. So, today's episode, I'm going to talk about breaking through an addiction to fear. And what does that look like? We all have a fear of making changes in life, um, getting out of your comfort zone, figuring out what type of relationship you should be in, what type of school you need to go to. There's just so much in life that we think about and we just don't know what we need to do. We may think about what we need to do, but it's difficult to take that step without fearing a failure. And so I'm going to talk about that in my episode today. So, a few things I want to break down is really recognizing and acknowledge the fear that you have. Identify and accepting your fears is the first step. Understand what triggers you, what triggers the fears of how they manifest into your life. Do you know that thoughts become things? What you think of becomes the reality. If you focus on something so negative that you fear in life, losing your job, you fear that you don't have enough money in your bank account, you fear your relationship, that your spouse or significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is that's cheating on you, it just goes on and on and on. You get what I mean. So, really identify the fears and try super, super hard to remove those fears, because the minute the fear comes up into your mind and you constantly think about that, it will become the reality. Educate yourself, learn more about the fear, your anxiety. When we have fear, we get anxiety, we worry, we some of us eat, some of us can't eat. And when some of us, the ones that can't eat or drink, we just don't do anything at all. It's like, hiding in a black hole and fear to get out because of the fear and the anxiety. Anxiety is no fun. Most of us have anxiety and it's so difficult. Some people take medicine for it and others just deal with it. So, underlining causes of what causes your fear, look into look into why you're feeling this way. Knowledge can empower you to understand your fears so that you can take control over it. Seek support. Consider seeking help from a therapist, a coach, a counselor, a support group. There's lots of support groups out there that are very powerful. People, what you go through and what we go through in life, other people go through it as well. Don't feel that you have to figure this all out on your own. Talk to somebody that can help you. And it's key to know that when you seek help, it helps to cope with your stress and helps you with strategy. Practice mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Super important to focus on you. What makes you feel empowered? What relaxes you? What calms you down? Techniques like meditation, deep breathing, yoga, working out at the gym, taking a walk, jumping on the Peloton, these things reduce the intensified fear that you are dealing with. Challenge negative thoughts. When you feel like you have the negative thought that comes in your mind, you tell yourself, Stop. I had a doctor that was on my podcast, and she studies the mind. And she had stated that when you have the fears and the worries that pop into your mind, you put your hand up and you tell yourself, stop, Nancy, stop this fear. It's not welcome into my mind. And I'm not a doctor, but this is something that I learned that it does help you. I'm a life coach. We all go through these situations, these fears that pop up in our head. It's just knowing how to deal with them. And you know what? They are not allowed in our minds, our hearts, our souls. Treat it as though it's this person that you do not like. And for instance, a person you don't like, would you want them in your life to help you, or not to help you, to feed the fear into your head and giving you those negative thoughts? Example, would you want an intruder to come into your home and harm your family? I would absolutely say no. And allowing the fear, that intruder that walked into my home, and that intruder is going to walk into my mind and create the fear and the worry that I struggle on the day-to-day basis. Think about it as the intruder walking through your front door and it's not welcome. Don't allow that fear. That fear is not welcome into your mind. So when the fearful thoughts arise, challenge them. Question why you're feeling this way and tell yourself you're not welcome and you're not intruding into my mind. Gradually expose yourself to situations that trigger your fear. Start with small steps and focus on your self-care. Engage in activities that promote your overall well-being, such as regular exercise, healthy eating, adequate sleep, taking a bath, going and getting a massage, going to get a pedicure. I love pedicures. I wish I could get a pedicure every single day. And set realistic goals for yourself. Don't feel that you have to achieve every single goal. Set small goals, achieve them, go to the next. And each and every time, challenge yourself. But if you don't meet that goal, guess what? Move it on to the next month. But don't keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it to the next month. It's like saying, I'll do it tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Challenge yourself to meet those victories. Celebrate the small wins on the day-to-day basis, small, medium, or large. When you celebrate these small wins, you will tend to feel so powerful and so fulfilled. Be patient with yourself. Overcoming fear is a gradual process that takes time. Be patient with yourself and stay committed to your efforts at all times. Remember, breaking through an addiction to fear is a personal journey, and it's essential to approach it with compassion and determination. You control your life. You make the choices. Nobody else makes the choices for you but yourself. I hope this podcast, this episode was helpful to you. Have a beautiful day. With gratitude, Nancy.